What's good, everyone? It's your boy Santo G, back at it. You already know, spreading unity, prosperity, and respect. Above all, if you're new here, do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. And at the end of this video, if you like what I'm doing, you like my content, give me a thumbs up. Check out some of my old content. I guarantee it's going to be a lot of knowledge, great entertainment, crazy stories, just overall good content. I appreciate you guys rocking with me, rocking with the channel, all the new subscribers, all the love, all the comments, because even if you're hating, you're helping me hit the algorithm. So salute to you, man. And today, I know I've been giving a lot of inspirational talking, so for this Friday, I wanted to take it back to a prison war story. I wanted to take it back to 2010. I want to say it's anywhere between like July or August. You know what I mean? We end up going to the yard. I'm in Arizona. I'm in La Palma Correctional Facility. This is in Arizona. This is when I first got sent out of state. I had got sent from Chino reception to Wasco State Prison. Then from Wasco State Prison, I got sent to Arizona, to La Palma. It was pretty much the receiving center of out of state. Before you got shipped to Oklahoma or Mississippi or anywhere, you always hit Arizona first. And coming back, same thing. When you're coming back from Oklahoma or Mississippi, we always hit Arizona. That's how I said the story of the homie from Stanton in 38. Boop, bow, 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 and then the homie, you know what I mean? If you haven't seen that story, check it out. So this one was, we went out to yard and the homies were doing a removal in the yard. Pretty much the yards in Arizona was just a big old cage with basketball courts on one side, a handball court on another side, and then in the middle there was weights, like the Bowflex machines. Yeah, we had the Bowflex machines out there, you know what I'm saying? So people were out there lifting weights. At least when you hit a yard with those machines, because once a lot of stuff started happening in that prison, you would only go to yard with your building, so you would hit different yards at certain times. So back to the story. Pretty much we went out to yard and I didn't even know anything was going down. You know what I mean? I'm 18, just hitting prison. You know what I'm saying? This is my first year in prison. My first year of doing my prison term. You know what I'm saying? I fought it for 2 years, but this is my first year in prison. So I'm still experiencing everything. Everything is new to me. We go out to yard and the homies do a removal. And it's 3 cages. It's one, there's like a little walkway where the Juras could walk. It's another big square, then another walkway where the Juras could walk, and then another yard. So 3 buildings could be out at yard at the same time. It's 3 big cages, 3 big sections. And then in the middle, there's little sections where the COs be walking by, up and down, up and down. So I remember I'm right there doing burpees. I'm right there doing burpees with the homies, and then boo, 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 they start getting busy, like, oh shit. Just keep going, act normal, you know, act normal. So boom, the Juras see them, and they go to the middle corridor, and they start shooting them. Out there, they didn't have real guns and stuff like that. What they had was paintball guns. If ever somebody was doing something, they had frozen paintballs. So they started shooting the homies with the frozen paintballs. Boop, boop, boop. They weren't stopping, so this fool gets his fucking can, his pepper spray, and unloads the whole fucking can on the homies, on 2 homies. Even the person that was getting beat up, I believe, got sprayed up. I got you. But this fool unloads a big ass can. They have the big cans, you know what I mean? The big cannons. So the homies are right there like, oh, they can't see. By this time, more Juras come. It's probably like 10 Juras. But keep in mind, there's 3 sections full of homies. I want to say each section had at least about 100 people. So say 300 inmates and there's only 10 Juras. So pretty much they're waiting for backup to get the homies out of there. So the homies are like choking, like, So one of the homies that's doing the removal ends up going towards where the water's at. where the bathroom's at, they have a igloo of water. So he ends up going to where the water was at. No, I'm lying. One of the homies ends up getting that and they slide it over to them. It like missed them by like 4 or 5 feet. You know what I'm saying? So that fool starts going over there and they start watering. Well, when the Hura seen the homie slide him that, he started shooting at the homie that slid him that. And then when the homies got up to like start rinsing off their face for the pepper spray, he started shooting at them again. So that caused all the homies to just jump up like, whoa, fuck that, like what the fuck? These fools are over here out of breath, you know what I mean? They're trying to get water so they could breathe. You know what I'm saying? I think the homie had asthma or something, but it was something severe to where he was like, I can't breathe. And the homie started sliding them all their like water bottles and stuff like that, like so they could start putting it over themselves. So these Huras, what they start doing, they start throwing bombs in. They're so stupid though that they don't know when you light the bomb, you're supposed to wait a couple seconds and then throw it so the smoke is coming out. So they right away threw it. The homies just grabbed them and started throwing them back. So now these Huras are, now they're choking. You know what I mean? They started throwing bombs, having the whole yard choking. Now they're choking. It got so bad to the point that this was a riot, but not a riot like to the point where we're like boo, 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 getting down with each other. But it was more of a riot like they were throwing the bombs and then homies were covering their mouths, wetting a paño or whatever, getting the bombs and throwing them back over. So it's like we were just bombing each other type shit. And it went on like that for at least a couple of hours. So they just flooded the whole shit. Bullshit you not, it looked like a war zone. You couldn't even see. I remember all the homies were just all the way in the back. Cause they came like 150, 200 deep in a straight line, straight military line. Fucking straight stomping like 1, 2, 1, 2 type shit, like moving in their, however they did their drills, that's how they came deep. And they all just, but they waited how they were supposed to do it. Okay, wait, 1, 2, 3, fire. Same shit, 1, 2, boom. So they were throwing them right, so they were smoking us out. It got to the point where we were just like, oh fuck, ya estuvo, no more. Homie started tapping out, you know what I mean? But this was another crazy one. I wish I could get the paperwork to that one. I ended up moving like in the middle of all that. That's when they sent me to Oklahoma. So when they try to come and charge me with it, because they were trying to pick up new cases on all the homies that were out there on the yard, but due to the fact of the smoke bombs being so smoky, you couldn't tell who was who. You know what I mean? I told them, all right, show me on video that I'm doing anything. And they couldn't prove it. So they ended up dropping it later on. But that was another crazy one, you know what I mean? And like I said, it wasn't crazy as far as like fighting, but it was just as far as like, if you ever seen any type of Huras, SWAT movies and stuff like that, where they're inside rooms and they're like smoked out, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a smoker and they go in with the mask type shit because of the smoke. That smoke right there, how it was, that's what all of us got hit with. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much just for standing up for the homies, you know what I'm saying? Because the homie couldn't breathe and they were being scary to come inside and extract them. They were taking forever. That's all it was. In my opinion, I wouldn't say that was the homie's fault. I would say that's the lack of training when it comes to the COs. And that's how the COs were out of state though. A lot of them, I believe all you had to have was a high school diploma to be a CO in those states, Arizona, Mississippi, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't real COs. It was, a lot of them were shot out, smoked out, and a lot of them, it was families that worked there. You know what I'm saying? It'll be like, homeboy works here and his wife works here, and it'd be crazy. It'd be like knowing his wife is fucking all of these fools, inmates, other COs. It gets crazy, you know what I mean? If I get into debt with the whole stories of COs, homies piping COs, COs piping COs, all kinds, it goes a whole way out. COs getting down in the fucking parking lot because they fucking each other's females type shit. It's crazy, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to tell you guys as far as this little war story, little Friday night special for you guys about the time that we got into a little riot with the COs in La Palma Correctional Facility in Arizona, just bombing each other back and forth, just. And I'm not gonna lie, man, that smoke right there is vicious. Vicious. We had to like wet something like a cloth, and like that's the only way you were able to breathe a little bit, but still like that shit hurt like your whole everything, you know what I mean? Your whole chest, your nostrils, everything. That shit was ugly, you know what I'm saying? Unity, prosperity, and respect above all. It's your boy Santo G. I'm gonna end it off right here. I gotta go inside, start getting ready for work. That's why I shaved up. Spencer, if you guys seen the video earlier, man, I'm not gonna lie, man, you know what I mean? Your boy was bumming it in that video, you know what I mean? Little fro. I know my face was looking all rugged. If you guys haven't seen it, I explained how we make these pipes right here. Packed a little bowl, you know what I mean? A little smoke with you guys, a little sneaking toe. Taking it back to juvenile hall. What you know about that? Shout out Killer Kush. Shout out my sponsor Killer Kush, man. Always keeping me right. You know what I mean? I can't wait to get that new pack. I'll show you guys whatever they send when it hits. Like I said, man, all of these stories, I just say it to show you what the real, raw and uncut stories are as far as being in prison. It's nothing nice. It's nothing lovely. Although we adapt and we do what we do, you might see a smile on our faces and all that. Best believe that inside we're going through all kinds of motions. We just try our best to adapt. And I'm not gonna lie, the longer you're in there, it seems like a part of you kind of dies and you get numb to a lot of stuff. So I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy, you know what I'm saying? It seems like up until now, I'm really starting to like be able to show love and sympathy and all that, you know what I'm saying? So it took me a while to get here. So if you know anyone that's barely getting out, just bear with them, you know what I mean? Although you may feel like they're a little dead inside, their heart's not all there, it's because we gotta numb ourselves sometimes to get through the stuff that we go through. You know what I'm saying?